We open on a close-up of a young man lounging back, cigarette in hand, staring at his phone with a look of irritation. Frustrated, he mutters aloud, "Webtoons these days are so fucking boring." His expression and the glowing tip of the cigarette tell us he's both unimpressed and used to saying whatever he thinks. The view pulls back. He's sitting with two schoolboys after class. One laughs. Yeah, it's always the same. Some loser gets powers and turns badass. The other adds, and they always throw in school bullying like that still happens. The guy with the phone scoffs. That's what happens when old guys try to write about kids. The kid with the bowl cut laughs, mocking outdated portrayals of street thugs. Those thugs only existed during their generation, but they think some are still around these days. He grins. That's what I'm saying, LMAO. Next panel. He suddenly turns a bit serious, glancing sideways. Oh yeah, you're keeping a proper watch, right? The seated guy lazily exhales smoke, eyes still on his phone. Relax. I got eyes on both ends of the street. The standing kid casually checks his phone too, a hint of tension creeping in. Better not get caught slacking. Boss said someone's been snooping around lately. The atmosphere subtly shifts, less joking, more alert. A quiet tension breaks. Kim Soo-hyun, the guy they were mocking indirectly, suddenly appears behind the wall. His glare sharp. You fuckers. Then, with a sarcastic grin, he mocks their earlier words. Of course. Does this not count as school bullying? The group freezes. The guy with the cigarette lowers his phone, confused. Wait, what? The standing boy frowns. Who the hell even is this guy? Soo-hyun walks out from behind the wall, fixing his glasses with a smirk. The kind of loser who's about to ruin your peaceful afternoon. One of the boys clenches his fist. TCH, you got a death wish or something? Soo-hyun tried to call them out. Stop school bullying. Only to be choked out while screaming stop. Now, he lies on the ground, bruised and speechless, as the trio walks away casually. It's not stopping. Yeah, let's go now. Are the coins worth any more yet? Soo-hyun groans, barely lifting his head as blood trickles from his lip. His broken glasses lay beside him. He weakly mutters, I just wanted to prove a point. Cut to his phone, still recording everything. From a nearby alley, a shadowy figure watches. Their voice is low. TCH, idiots like them never learn. The figure steps into the fading light. Hoodie, bandaged fists, cracked knuckles. Guess it's my turn to teach them what real bullying looks like. Soo-hyun lies on the ground, tear in his eye, thoughts spiraling. There's no one that will show up to stop this. Even if we shout out that old buzzword. Just what did things go wrong? Why do I need to keep living like this? A faint glow flickers in Soo-hyun's eye. Or do I? His vision blurs, but he sees a strange notification appear, hovering midair like a digital illusion. System activation complete. Congratulations, Kim Soo-hyun. You have qualified for the reversal protocol. Soo-hyun's breathing slows. Confused, he blinks. A hallucination? But then a voice, cold, digital, echoes in his head. Would you like to turn the world upside down? Yes/no. His fingers twitch as the screen pulses. Tears stop. His expression shifts. Yes. A mockery of webtoon tropes plays in Soo-hyun's mind. Characters getting stronger through systems and quests. As he stares up from the cold pavement, he thinks, I wish it was like that for me too. Suddenly, a faint chime echoes in the silence. Ding! A transparent blue screen appears in front of his eyes, initiating system sync. User, Kim Soo-hyun recognized. New system installed. Loser's reversal protocol. Quest 1, stand up. Soo-hyun blinks, his body trembling. What the hell is this? Another chime. Reward. +1 strength, +1 willpower. His fingers twitch. Then his hand curls into a fist. Cut to a close-up of his eye, no longer full of tears, but burning with something new. If this is a joke, then let's make it the last one they ever laugh at. Soo-hyun, lying on the ground, stares blankly. A strange thought slips from his lips. Quest window. Suddenly, he starts screaming with everything he has. Quest window! Quest window! Quest window! He gasps for air, chest heaving from shouting so much. Silence follows. Nothing happens. No ding. No glow. No floating screens. His eyes tremble. Was I hallucinating after all? Then, ding! A loud digital chime pierces the air. A massive, glowing interface flashes to life above him, illuminating the alley in neon blue. Main quest unlocked. The bottom rises. Objective: defy your fate. Prove your worth. Beat the odds. Reward: system integration. Phase 1 unlocked. Soo-hyun stares at it, jaw slowly dropping. It's real. His fingers twitch. His fists clench. The spark in his eyes finally returns. You're all screwed now. A wide shot of the empty schoolyard at sunset. Soo-hyun's voice echoes off the walls, desperate and absurd. Quest window. Quest window. The words fly out in all directions. Multiple speech bubbles overlapping like a chant, as if he's trying to force the system into existence through sheer willpower. We cut to Soo-hyun again, now sitting alone in a tight corner, his body curled inward, hands clutching his head. The shouting has stopped. His voice is small. Would something like that even work? The lighting is softer now, shadows stretching, showing his isolation. Text at the bottom. There's no way. It's not a statement of logic. It's a surrender. He doesn't believe in this world anymore. Not in systems, not in second chances, not even in himself. Soo-hyun sat hunched over, his head low, trapped in the weight of his own thoughts. Doubt consumed him, his voice barely a whisper. I'm not a web novel. From his angle, the world seemed distant, unreachable. So there's no way that something like that would appear. But just as he gave in to the silence, something changed. A glow, faint, blue, reflected in his eyes. He blinked, stunned, his gaze locking on the impossible light forming before him. In that instant, disbelief turned to awe. Something was actually happening. A glowing system window appears against a white backdrop. Blue light frames the edges, and inside, a message pulses steadily. System. Quest window is being activated. A signal. A shift. The beginning of something unreal. Soo-hyun sits up, his eyes wide with disbelief. The blue glow of the system reflects off his glasses and skin. He breathes out, stunned. Part of the screen floats beside him, words and icons flickering in a language of games and fate. Third panel, bottom text. A simple, heavy caption follows beneath him. From that moment on, a clear marker. The line between normal and extraordinary has just been crossed. Soo-hyun's shout cuts through the silence. What is this? In front of him, the blue system window hovers crystal clear. System, would you like to start the quest? Yes, no. Two choices. One decision. And beneath it, a simple truth. My life started changing. A new day dawns. The school building stands tall beneath a bright, cloudless sky. Sunlight gleams off its windows, calm, peaceful, unaware. Everything looks normal. But something has changed. Someone has changed. And whatever comes next begins today. A classroom filled with morning light. Two students in casual hoodies stand talking with ease, hands gesturing mid-conversation. They're laughing, at ease, comfortable. Humans are separated into two kinds. The scene is cut diagonally, shifting to another part of the room. At the far back, a single figure sits slumped over his desk. His presence is quiet, unnoticed, almost invisible. Insiders and outsiders. A close-up of the two boys still talking. One smiles wide, his voice carefree. Insiders if you're active in your circles. They joke, bond, and exist in their own world, one full of ease and belonging. But Soo-hyun isn't part of it, and soon, the difference between them will matter more than ever. At the very back of the classroom, a student sits hunched over in silence, head down, isolated, almost blending into the chairs around him. And outsiders if you're passive. No one talks to him. No one even looks his way. He isn't being ignored. He simply doesn't exist to them. A close-up of a hand idly tearing paper at a desk. The motion is slow, absent-minded, a quiet act of frustration or boredom. I think that the thugs and losers of the past, the old labels, punks, delinquents, they don't apply anymore, has been altered to the insiders and outsiders. The classroom may be cleaner, quieter, But the lines dividing people, they're sharper than ever. A blank space surrounds the words, isolating the thought. This is something that's fortunate for me. It's quiet, reflective. Below, Soo-hyun sits alone at his desk, staring forward with a blank expression. Neat uniform, straight posture, yet no one sits beside him. Because I can be called an outsider instead of a loser. A subtle shift in words. But to him, it makes all the difference. A close-up of his face. Focused, determined. His lips are shut, but his eyes are firm, holding something in. The thought finishes below. And to an outsider like me, something's coming. Something only someone like him would notice or understand. A top-down view of Soo-hyun at his desk. Both hands rest flat, fingers tense. In front of him, a glowing blue system window hovers again. Quest window. It's real. Still there. Still asking. Would you like to start the quest? Yes, no. Below the scene, a quiet caption lands like a spark. A small change has occurred. A sharp vertical panel drenched in black gradients. Time feels like it's slowing. Soo-hyun's eye reflects the system again, shimmering faintly. I didn't know whether it was a dream or real life. The screen remains exactly the same. Would you like to start the quest? The light from the screen flares softly, waiting. And in that moment, his hesitation begins to fade. Soo-hyun sits through class, but his mind isn't on the lesson. The glowing quest window still hovers beside him. So I repeatedly opened and closed the window throughout the whole lesson. A diagonal crop shows part of his uniformed chest and chin. He's still tense, still unsure. I did it maybe 300 times. He keeps testing it, calling it, canceling it, again and again, trying to figure out if it's really there or just in his head. A vertical shot drenched in glowing blue lights. The system window remains on screen, unwavering. Would you like to start the quest? Yes, no. I came to believe it against all logic. The disbelief begins to fade. The repetition breaks down his doubt. That this was real. No more pretending. Something impossible has entered his ordinary life in it. A close-up side profile of Soo-hyun's face. There's a bead of sweat forming near his temple, a subtle sign of nervousness or anticipation. He's deep in thought as he stares at the floating system window in front of him. Start the quest. Just what does this mean? Even now, he doesn't fully understand what he's dealing with, only that it's unlike anything he's known. A close-up of his hand reaching out toward the glowing yes button on the system screen. Do I just have to press it? His finger hovers just above the option. The screen glows faintly beneath his touch, as if responding before he even makes contact. One press, one answer, and nothing might ever be the same. Just as Soo-hyun reaches out to press yes on the glowing quest window, a shadow moves in front of him. He looks up and accidentally touches something solid. But it's not the system. It's a girl. A female classmate stands in front of him, startled, eyes wide. His finger is pressed against her stomach. Neither of them expected this. The silence between them says more than words. Soo-hyun's head tilts up slowly. His eyes are wide, mouth slightly open, panic settling in. Whoa! He freezes, arms still raised. Everything slows. This wasn't a system error. It was real. And very, very awkward. She steps back slightly, her hand brushing against her side where he touched her. Her brows furrow, not in anger, but confusion, disbelief. This is sexual assault. Her voice is quiet, but sharp. The weight of the accusation lands instantly. The caption below reveals her name in shock. Baek Charon. He recognizes her. This isn't just a random classmate. This is someone important. Soo-hyun panics. A stiff, forced smile spreads across his face as he touches his cheek with one finger, a nervous tick. His words come out broken, awkward. As so, what happened just now was... He's scrambling to explain, but it's already too late. The moment has collapsed into disaster. And the quest? Completely forgotten in his rising dread. Soo-hyun, flustered and panicked, tries to salvage the situation. Quest window. But before he can finish, Baek Charon strikes. Her hand slaps his cheek with precision and disgust. Crazy bitch. The blow lands hard. Hing. Soo-hyun flinches, nearly falling out of his chair, more from shock than pain. The whole class watches. Still recovering, Soo-hyun hears his name called sternly. Kim Soo-hyun. He turns his head toward the voice, eyes wide, heart racing. Go to the stall. The command comes calm, cold, and final. Soo-hyun, confused and alarmed, stutters. Stall. The weight of humiliation sinks deeper. First the slap, now this. His world is quickly spiraling into chaos. Baek Chiron stands beside Soo-hyun's desk, her tone commanding and entitled. I want to eat a sandwich. Soo-hyun, still flustered, tries to deflect. If you could go there yourself. But she ignores him, already turning toward her seat. His thoughts spiral as she walks away. Oh, fuck. Then her voice cuts back in. Hey, Kim Soo-hyun. He stiffens instantly. Why, yeah. Chiron crosses her legs confidently at her desk, posture relaxed, voice sharp and performative. You know that I have fucking beautiful legs, right? The camera angle lingers on her legs as she continues, smug and calculated. And you know that I have 20,000 followers on Instagram because of that, right? Her tone dips into sarcasm, laced with threat. But if I fall on my way to the stall, it's clear now, this isn't a request. It's an order disguised as vanity. And Soo-hyun, he's being dragged into it whether he likes it or not. Baek Chiron tilts her head slightly, resting her cheek against her palm. Her expression is soft, but her words carry weight. Will you take responsibility? It's a challenge, wrapped in fake innocence. Soo-hyun doesn't respond. He can't. His silence is answer enough. Below the frame, a quiet surrender. Let's just stop talking. He knows there's no winning here, only obeying. Soo-hyun walks off reluctantly, his shoulders slumped as he forces himself into motion. I'll be back shortly. Behind him, Chiron sits comfortably, already scrolling through her phone, unbothered. From off-panel, another classmate watches the scene unfold. Ah, as expected of Soo-hyun. So fucking nice. Soo-hyun hesitates one last time. Boot, but the money. But no one's listening anymore. His resistance is invisible. His presence disposable. And once again, he fades into the role everyone expects him to play. Soo-hyun, trying to assert himself just a little, brings up the money. But her reaction is instant, sharp, dismissive. Money? You must be crazy. He's stunned into silence. Then, from across the room, another voice piles on. Hey, you son of a bitch. Soo-hyun stiffens, panic flashing across his face. Why, yeah. Even when he speaks, it's with hesitation, as if asking for permission to exist. Baek Chiron sits casually, her posture full of confidence and control. She doesn't look at him. She looks down on him. Just call it even. No money. No apology. No discussion. To her, the matter is closed. To him, it never really started on fair terms. Quiet shot of a single step. Black and white slippers shuffle across the school hallway floor. No energy. No rush. Just steady, silent movement, one foot in front of the other. Soo-hyun walks alone down the hallway, head slightly lowered, hands loose at his sides. Behind him, other students are blurred, distant part of the background. In front of him, nothing. This is me. No glory. No revenge. Just a boy walking through a world that keeps pushing him down. But today, something's different. Close-up of Soo-hyun's eyes, wide behind his glasses. They don't show anger or resolve. Only hesitation. Only fear. Someone who can't raise his voice in an unreasonable situation. Because of fear. He knows it. He admits it. This is how he's lived, swallowing his voice to survive. Flashback. He's mid-air, screaming the words with all his might. Stop school bullying. But the next moment, a fist slams into his face. A tattooed arm blurs with the force of a hit. Soo-hyun's head whips back violently. A pathetic bastard. Even when he spoke up, no one listened. Even when he tried, he's still lost. And the memory burns. Soo-hyun lies on the ground, trembling and bruised. His voice is weak, barely holding together the words. STO, stop school bullying. Above him, one of the bullies crouches, pretending to show concern. Oof, Hyun-soo, are you all right? The mocking is blatant, yet playful on the surface. Then comes the taunt, cutting through Soo-hyun's moment like a punch of its own. Idiot. You should have said that before getting hit. Laughter likely follows. To them, this was never serious. The scene shifts to a cold, quiet void. Soo-hyun's inner voice cuts in, steady, restrained. Just wait and see. Back in reality, a hand rests on his head, ruffling his hair like a pet, not a person. You know this is just a joke, right? Why, yeah. Soo-hyun is so fucking nice for real. Words meant to smooth it over. But beneath them lies dismissal. And at the bottom, his silent vow. If you guys become successful in the future, it's not forgiveness. It's a warning. One that they won't understand until it's too late. Soo-hyun leans forward, fists clenched tight on the table. His face burns with fury, fear, and something new, resolve. His voice isn't shaking anymore. I'll definitely expose all of you. It's not a bluff. It's a promise. This is the first time he's truly declared war. The angle shifts. A towering figure looms over Soo-hyun, looking down with cold, blank eyes. No anger, no fear, just quiet dominance. The light above casts a shadow over his face, making his presence even heavier. He doesn't need to speak. The silence says it all. Try it. And Soo-hyun, he's already past the point of backing down. A tight shot of Soo-hyun's eyes. They're wide open, focused, brimming with a quiet storm. No more hesitation, no more trembling. He's staring straight ahead, unblinking. This is the gaze of someone who's made up his mind. The response comes without words. A close-up of the bully's face, blank, heavy, and unreadable. His expression doesn't shift, but his silence says everything. It's the kind of look that dares someone like Soo-hyun to keep going. A look that's crushed countless kids before him. But this time, it meets resistance. The close-up of the boy's lips as he struggles to get the word out reveals a moment of heavy internal conflict. His voice trembles, almost caught in his throat. Fear and shame mingle on the tip of his tongue. It's not just a word he's trying to say. It's the weight of humiliation crashing into his pride. We now see the hallway bathed in cold, moody light. The boy walks away with slumped shoulders, defeated. The bullies stand in the foreground, proud and smug, while he recedes into the background like a shadow, fading from its own story. And then the word drops. Sorry. A quiet, shattered surrender. Not for something he did wrong, but to survive. To escape further pain. It's not an apology, it's a resignation. A soul-stinging moment of defeat where justice bends to fear, and the hallway forgets the sound of resistance. The day has come to a close, the sky glowing orange and purple like a painted canvas. Tall apartment blocks rise against the sunset, silent witnesses to the lives being lived inside. It's the calm after the storm, a breath before the next struggle. Suddenly, the serenity breaks. Soo-hyun, our timid yet kind-hearted protagonist, yells with a burst of frustration, AHGs. His face is flushed, brows drawn down, teeth clenched, and glasses slightly askew. But his next words carry guilt, not rage. Sorry, Mom. This is the moment when all the pressure from school, bullying, and humiliation finds an outlet. He's angry, not at her, but at his helplessness. This is the first time he raises his voice, and it's not even at those who deserve it. It's the boy's way of venting pain he can't express anywhere else, a raw cry into the safety of home. In this emotionally layered scene, we're offered a glimpse into the strained relationship between a struggling student and his mother. The mother stands with her eyes closed, seemingly blocking out the noise of her son's frustration. The boy has clearly just burst out. I told you to let me drop out of school. But her inner monologue, heavy with guilt and regret, speaks louder than his shout. Sorry for only being strong against you. It's a subtle but powerful admission that her sternness might be her way of showing love, though misguided. The clash continues. The son, full of energy and defiance, yells from the background, claiming school is useless to him. He wants to drop out and start a YouTube channel, an ambition born from frustration or perhaps desperation to escape his current environment. Meanwhile, his mother quietly chops vegetables at the kitchen counter. Her face is stern, unmoved. Her reply, "What a load of crap. shows she's dismissing his dreams, not out of cruelty, but possibly from fear that he'll fail or struggle even more. This domestic standoff captures the realness of generational misunderstanding. A mother who loves silently and a son who's screaming to be understood. The frustration boils over. In the middle of a modest apartment, a heated conversation unfolds between a teenage boy and his mother. The boy, overwhelmed and disillusioned by his school life, raises his voice in exasperation. "I told you to let me drop out of school." His mother stands silently, eyes closed, her expression solemn. There's a deep, quiet hurt in her face. Her only response is internal, unspoken. "Sorry for only being strong against you." The tension in the room is thick, but there's love buried in the frustration boy's desperation. Still reeling from his outburst, the boy stomps forward, now pointing fingers. His voice is more desperate than angry. "There's nothing that I learn at school. I'd rather drop out and start a YouTube channel." His mother, not breaking focus from the vegetables she's slicing, retorts with the firm weariness of a single parent who's held things together for too long. "What a load of crap. What do you mean, drop out?" Behind her tough tone is a worry she can't voice. Back facing her son, the mother keeps chopping vegetables in the kitchen while the argument continues. The boy questions the entire academic pipeline. "What, other than going to a company, would I do after graduating from university?" She doesn't turn to him. Her tone is calm, dangerously so. "I'm holding a knife, son." A clear sign she's had enough. And maybe she's also afraid of the future, of him giving up too early, or of losing control of the situation entirely. He gets the message. "Be quiet since I might lose my sanity." Later, the boy tries to share his dreams with someone else. Sitting casually on a couch is Kim Dayan, his snarky sister, or maybe just a close friend. She listens and mocks him instantly. "LOL, that pussy." "YouTube," he says. Does he think he's viral hit or something? Her tone is casual, but cutting. "Shut up, Kim Dayan," he snaps, clearly fed up. "Shut EP, Jim Dahan," she mocks back in a childish tone. His dreams are ridiculed at every turn. No one seems to believe in him. Not his school, not his classmates, and not even the people at home. But under all that sarcasm and tension is a story of a boy who wants to be heard, wants to be seen, and maybe, just maybe, he wants to change his fate. "You don't know anything, Imam." The hallway echoes with frustration as the teenage boy slams the door shut with a loud bang. The motion is a sharp rebellion, an emotional outburst aimed at a mother he feels just doesn't understand him. Behind the door, fury mixes with helplessness. "How dare you shut your door like that?" The mother's stern voice immediately barks through the barrier. She's not angry out of malice. She's scared, worn out, and trying her best. From behind the closed door, his voice stutters in defense. "IT was the wind." A poor excuse, but the kind all teenagers have clutched at in moments like this. It's not about logic. It's about protecting the last sliver of pride. We transition into the boy's sanctuary, his bedroom. He lies spread eagle on the bed, hands covering his face. His shirt reads sippy, but he feels anything but in control. A soft, broken sound of exhaustion. His legs dangle off the side of the bed as he stares into nothingness, drowning in emotions he can't name. Why do I live like this? It's not a question to be answered. It's a cry for help. A lament from a kid stuck between the expectations of adulthood and the confusion of youth. The anger, the dreams, the embarrassment, the yearning, it all comes crashing down in this one silent moment. This is the emotional heart of his day. A quiet collapse after the storm. A brief vulnerability no one else sees. We see the boy's eye peeking through the cracks of his own fingers, as if he's hiding from a truth too hard to face. His expression is heavy with defeat and shame. The dialogue below is quiet but shattering. "I can't even go against the guys at school." This is not just a statement. It's a confession, a cry in silence. He's peeling away layers of denial and exposing the core of his own helplessness. The visuals go quiet. A white light fills the panel, framed by the blurred outline of his fingers as he slowly opens his eyes. There are no words now, only a growing void of emptiness and realization. In the final frame, the perspective shifts. We see the dim wall of his room, lit by a square-shaped light source. It's sterile, distant. It's as if the world has moved on, but he's still suspended in this fragile, breathless moment. As our protagonist stares at the wall of his dim room, a sudden flicker of blue light disrupts the silence. Floating before him, like something ripped from a video game, is a translucent, glowing screen. The words shimmer clearly. Would you like to start the quest? It's a system window, a prompt, a beginning. This is no dream. This is real. With no one around, the protagonist whispers to himself, I'm alone, so I should be able to do this comfortably. His finger moves toward the button. Tap. He presses yes. There's a mix of nervous anticipation and silent hope. He asks aloud, did it get pressed? As if expecting the screen to vanish or laugh at him. But it doesn't. This isn't fantasy anymore. Suddenly, a system interface straight out of an RPG game materializes in front of our confused protagonist. The words starting the quest system flash in neon blue, promising a mysterious reward, a card. A simple card? Or something much more? We don't know yet, but it's clear something game-changing is about to begin. He tries to make sense of what's happening. What quest? What's this about a card? Is this real life or some kind of glitch in reality? One thing's for sure, his ordinary life is about to be flipped upside down. Suddenly, the system begins initializing a tutorial quest, just like in a game. But instead of slaying monsters or solving puzzles, the objective catches him completely off guard. And there it is. His very first mission is to apologize to his mom. For real? But wait, look at that reward. A gold card. What kind of system gives you rare loot for doing chores? Our protagonist bolts upright, shocked by the first ever quest the system throws at him. Apologizing to his mom? The reward? A shiny gold card. His brain immediately skips emotional growth and goes straight to capitalism. Can I sell it since it's gold? The system calmly explains that cards come in ranks, bronze, silver, and gold. But our guy isn't listening at all. He's laser-focused on one thing only. Can I sell it or not? Priorities, right? Our MC hesitates for a moment, staring at his mom's back in the kitchen. The tension is thick. He's never done something like this before. But then with a deep breath and a frustrated cry, he shouts, M-O-M, and charges forward like it's now or never. Clenching his fists, cheeks red with embarrassment, he yells out his apology. I'm sorry for yelling earlier. This is his first step into the unknown, into the quest system. Can a simple apology really earn him a gold card? Only one way to find out. Let's try it first. Our MC pushes even further, trying to soften the blow with some emotional honesty. He insists it wasn't intentional. He just got carried away. But behind those words is desperation. He's really trying to complete this ridiculous tutorial quest, all for a mysterious gold card. And while he's laying his dignity on the line, his sister is doing what she does best, mocking him. With her snark dialed up to max, she suggests he's finally gone crazy. Maybe even recommends checking him into a hospital bottom caption. Is this enough? You can feel his internal scream. He's done his part, poured out apologies, swallowed his pride, and now he's just begging the system to acknowledge it. Has he finally cleared the quest? YW checkmark this scene mixes comedy with cringe in the best way possible, painting the portrait of a reluctant hero whose first epic task is just saying sorry to his mom. Boom! Quest complete. The system flashes brightly. Our MC has officially cleared the tutorial quest. And his reward? A gold card. You can see the joy written all over his face. He's hyped, he's ready, and honestly, who wouldn't be? Back on the bed, reality sets in. The system window is still up, and now he's wondering, what exactly is this card? Can he sell it? Is it worth money? He starts tossing out voice commands like, reveal card, hoping something will work. One thing's for sure, this gold card has completely hijacked his attention. And here it is, the moment of truth. With a calm, yet curious tone, the protagonist whispers, reveal card. Instantly, the system responds like a well-oiled machine. After nervously uttering the command, reveal card, Our protagonist stares in anticipation, but what happens next completely catches him off guard. His eyes widen. His breath shortens. A soft gasp escapes as the room begins to glow. Then, boom, a surge of radiant energy explodes into the room, casting vivid streaks of rainbow light across the walls and ceiling. The calm bedroom transforms into something magical, like the heart of a storm made of color and power. He turns stunned. What the hell is happening? His instincts scream, his body tenses, because clearly this isn't just some simple gold card reveal. Something big is coming. And there it is, his very first reward. A golden system card materializes before him, shining like a beacon of destiny. But what does it say? Expendable card. Grow 3 centimeters. Yep, you heard that right. This card lets him grow 3 centimeters taller. And just like any one-time power-up in a video game, this card disappears after use. As the golden card hovers mid-air, the system presents a question. Will you use this? The room glows with anticipation, and our protagonist hesitates. His eyes widen, his breath still. This isn't just a card, it's a choice. With a gulp and a flicker of courage, he responds, I will. The system chimes in immediately. Grow 3 centimeters is being used. And just like that, the card's power activates. But will it really change anything, or is this just the beginning of something much bigger? The moment he realizes it worked, he screams, Mom, and charges out of his room like he just won the lottery. His mother's caught off guard mid-cooking, clearly startled. And then comes the full-blown celebration. He yells out with pure joy, I grew 3 cm. His sister? She's having none of it. Instantly puts him in a headlock, calling him a dumbass. Meanwhile, the mom's reaction? She looks 2 seconds away from calling the cops. But for our MC, it's a win. 3 centimeters never felt so glorious. He pulls out a note from yesterday. It clearly reads, 168 centimeters. That was his height before everything changed. But now, 171 centimeters. That 3 centimeters growth card worked like magic. His excitement is through the roof, literally jumping for joy. System pop-up. Cards currently in possession. 0. Studio microphone. The system confirms. He's got no cards left. The gold card was indeed a one-time miracle. But hey, it did the job. With wide eyes and a pounding heart, he looks up and yells, It's a good thing I apologized to Mom. Our protagonist is glowing with excitement, literally and emotionally, as he stares at the floating system screen confirming. Cards currently in possession. 0. But he doesn't care. He's still grinning from ear to ear, thrilled by the fact that this system is absolutely real. As he turns around, still processing everything, his mom enters the scene with a calm face and says something unexpected. Mom's sorry for getting angry too, and just like that, a rare moment happens. The mother gently tells him, sit down and eat. He pauses silent, eyes soft, finally understanding. I see. It's not just about food. It's care in her own quiet way. Then his thoughts drift inward, reflective and raw. At school, I'm always apologizing. The words don't come with anger, just tired acceptance. This is a boy who's learned to lower his voice, even when he wants to scream. Let the emotion linger here, because this is where the story truly begins. With everything that just happened, the system rewards the gold card, the insane 3 centimeters height boost. Now we land on a surprisingly quiet scene. The family sits down to eat. Our protagonist, his sister, and his mom. And for once, everyone's calm. This panel hits different. He says it himself. But it's my first time ever apologizing to Mom. You can feel it. This isn't just about growing taller. It's about growing up. Cut to the next morning. New day, fresh skies, and the school building looms large again. Only this time, he's not the same guy who walked through those gates yesterday. We see the main character, Kim Soo-hyun, confidently striding through a school hallway. He's got a small, proud smile on his face, shoulders back, posture straight, like someone who's just hit a major milestone. The caption at the bottom says, I've grown, and this isn't just metaphorical, it's literal. After using a magical system card that granted him an instant 3 centimeters height boost, Soo-hyun's finally experiencing a tangible change he's always wanted. Now in class or another hallway, Soo-hyun's face is flushed with pride. He's trying to stay cool, but the blush on his cheeks says it all. He's buzzing. His internal monologue is a loop of "I've grown, I've grown, I've grown," while his classmates whisper, noticing his odd expression and good mood. One even asks, "What's wrong with Kim Soo-hyun's face?" Another responds, "He seems like he's in a good mood." Clearly, this small physical transformation has given Soo-hyun a massive boost in confidence. Soo-hyun can barely contain himself as he checks out his slightly longer torso. "I'm now in the 170s too." The sheer joy is radiating off him. This is a victory for short kings everywhere. He even jokes about the air feeling different now that he's crossed into the 170 centimeters range. He's not just taller, he's reborn. Meanwhile, his classmates start noticing the change. One girl leans over to whisper, "Don't you think he's gotten a bit taller?" The other's skeptical. "Maybe he's wearing inserts?" But she quickly shuts that down. "What do you mean inserts when we're all in slippers? Look properly." Eyes yup, the transformation is real, and people are starting to talk. Soo-hyun's height boost is no longer just his little secret. It's becoming school-wide news. We see our boy beaming with pride, cheeks flushed, eyes sparkling behind his glasses. After years of being overlooked for his height, he's finally grown, and not just a little. For the first time, people are noticing. He's no longer the background character. The system worked. The Grow 3 centimeters card? It wasn't a scam. It was the beginning of something real. And in this moment, he knows it. This is my chance to change everything. As the school hallway fades to gray and the atmosphere shifts, his joy is quickly replaced by tension. His eyes lock onto the teacher walking ahead, but his mind is elsewhere. No card, no quest today. Just yesterday, the system gave him hope. Now, nothing. Silence. His inner voice grows desperate. "I need another card. I need to keep leveling up." And just like that, what started as a miracle begins to feel like a game he can't stop playing. Just when he was starting to worry, the system finally responds. A new tutorial quest is being created right in front of his eyes. With a spark of excitement in his voice, Soo-hyun immediately lights up. This could be his next big break, another chance to gain a powerful reward. The reward for completing this quest is 1 gold card and 1 silver card. His eyes widen. Another gold card. Just like the one that made him grow taller, this could change everything again. Whatever the challenge is, he's ready to take it. Because in this game of strange quests and life-changing rewards, one thing's clear. The system is real, and it's only just getting started. Right after thinking the quest rewards seemed too generous, the system drops a bomb. His new mission is to kiss Baek Chiron. The reward? 2 powerful cards. The problem? Baek Chiron is standing right in front of him, and she just saw the quest pop up too. And just when our MC thought he was getting used to this whole quest system thing, bam! The second quest drops like a bomb. He's tasked with kissing Baek Chiron. And as if on cue, Baek Chiron turns around, glaring with fire in her eyes. "Do you want to get trashed, fucker?" Yup. The system doesn't care about your safety, Soo-hyun. It only wants chaos. The protagonist reaches out, his hand hovering over a pile of cash inside an open bag. His expression is conflicted, surprised, maybe hesitant, as if he's just stumbled upon an opportunity that could solve his immediate problem, but not without consequences. This moment visually captures the moral dilemma he's facing. We cut to a wider shot of the protagonist and Kuza sitting side by side in the classroom, both looking down in embarrassment. The protagonist reflects, "I think we went too far there." Kuza apologizes, admitting he didn't mean to spout some bullcrap. They both acknowledge their impulsive behavior and decide to treat the situation as a learning moment. It's a comedic but honest beat that brings them back down to earth after their wild plan involving money and a kiss quest. This sequence highlights a brief moment of clarity and humility in an otherwise absurd mission-driven story. Kuza leans back and brings up a key point. The kiss mission isn't just about courage, It's about opportunity. He says, "Don't you have to be alone with a girl? We rarely get any chances like that." A blunt truth, highlighting how unrealistic the mission is for someone like them. The protagonist silently agrees. He reflects to himself, Kuza is right. I never have any situations where I'm alone with Baek Chiron. His expression turns serious as the weight of the task truly sets in. A sudden realization flashes across the protagonist's eyes. With wide, determined focus, he exclaims internally, "Wait, I do." This moment marks a turning point as he remembers a possible opportunity to fulfill the KISS mission from the system. The scene immediately shifts to a flash of insight. Students are playing soccer during a physical education class. Among them, Baek Chiron is present, sitting nearby. This is the moment he realizes Phys Ed might be the only chance he gets to be close enough to her without raising suspicion. A seed of a bold plan is forming in his mind. Equals. In this scene, the protagonist thinks he's finally found the perfect chance to complete his mission, to kiss Baek Chiron during P class. But as his memory sharpens, he realizes a major problem. The opportunity doesn't actually exist. Baek Chiron never participates in gym class. Instead, she stays behind in the classroom every time, claiming she doesn't feel well. We see her resting at her desk, completely uninterested in the activity outside. Baek Chiron slowly opens her eyes from her desk, sensing something is off. Her expression is groggy but alert, as if someone's presence or gaze just woke her up. Suspicion and curiosity cloud her sleepy look. She sits upright abruptly, brushing back her hair with a puzzled and slightly annoyed expression. Her inner thoughts seem to be catching up with her surroundings. She mutters, "What the?" clearly confused about what just happened while she was resting. But before he can convince himself, his own thoughts interrupt with a harsh truth. "Bullshit, LOL." It's a moment of self-awareness. He knows his excuse sounds completely unconvincing, even to himself. Now fully in his head, he's left standing there in silence, uncertain and tense. But what should I do now? The pressure of the unexpected situation weighs heavily on him. He's alone with Baek Chiron, unsure of how to act or what to say next. Baek Chiron accuses Kim Soo-hyun of staring at her while she was asleep. He denies it nervously. She threatens to expose him to the whole school, clearly messing with him. Soo-hyun panics and insists he's telling the truth. Chiron walks away, calling him an idiot and admitting she was joking. She expresses annoyance and casually mocks him again, asking if he has nothing better to do. Baek Chiron casually tells Kim Soo-hyun to buy her strawberry milk. He replies calmly, "I already did." She responds in surprise. "What?" Chiron looks at him, slightly stunned, as he repeats, "I already bought it." 2 strawberry milk cartons sit in front of her on the desk. As Baek Chiron reacts with surprise to the strawberry milk, calling him a faithful servant, Kim Soo-hyun internally debates, "Should I ask her out first?" and reflects, "Since you kiss with who you're dating." His thoughts spiral. What are the odds Baek Chiron was secretly crushing on me? Followed immediately by, probably non-existent. He opens the strawberry milk carton, trying to push the thoughts aside, thinking, I can't think over every little detail, and I won't be able to complete the quest if I don't do something now. Kim Soo-hyun suddenly yells, "Baek Chiron," and slams the strawberry milk onto the desk. Baek Chiron, startled, shouts, "Oh my God, what the F asterisk asterisk asterisk." His bold move signals he's made up his mind. That's it. Chiron reacts in shock, yelling, "What are you doing, you crazy B asterisk 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 asterisk." Meanwhile, Soo-hyun aggressively drinks the strawberry milk with determination, thinking, "I'ma go off after this." Kim Soo-hyun suddenly stands up and asks Baek Chiron, "Have you ever kissed someone before?" He's determined and fired up, thinking, I can't just do nothing and give up. Chiron quietly repeats the word, "kiss," and then says, "Hey, Soo-hyun." Her tone shifts to something softer, and the atmosphere becomes tense and uncertain. Baek Chiron snaps at Kim Soo-hyun, asking, "Do you really want to go to jail?" Her expression is serious and irritated. She immediately follows up with, "Never mind." Soo-hyun panics, waving his hands defensively and saying, "I was just joking. I was just curious." The caption at the bottom declares, "Quest failed." A phone camera is pointed at Soo-hyun, and someone says, "Hey, Soo-hyun." 3 students stand in the doorway, with the one in the center mockingly asking, "Do you want us to kiss you?" The mood turns tense and mocking, suggesting they overheard or saw something earlier. Kim Soo-hyun stands frozen as laughter surrounds him. Multiple LOL bubbles appear, and he looks confused and overwhelmed. He mutters, "Huh?" 3 students crowd around him, laughing loudly. One of them holds a phone, showing something embarrassing. They mockingly shout, "Soo-hyun likes Baek Chiron," while laughing at his expense. A student yells out, "Soo-hyun has a thing for Baek Chiron," causing a reaction from Chiron, who looks both surprised and uncomfortable, saying, "Ah, so embarrassing." Soo-hyun panics, insisting, It's not like that." Soo-hyun tries to stop the bullying, pushing against the guy who recorded him and shouting, "Why did you record me? Come on, delete that crap." The bully laughs it off, saying, "It's not what you think," and mockingly adds, "Ah, it's fun, though." Kim Soo-hyun yells in frustration, "I said delete it." His expression shows pure anger and desperation. In response, the bully punches Soo-hyun hard in the face, shouting, "Have you lost your mind?" The hit lands violently, knocking Soo-hyun back. The bully smirks and says mockingly, "Come on, Soo-hyun, we're just playing, just like how you were joking about kissing," trying to downplay his actions. Soo-hyun sits on the floor, covering his face in frustration. The bully continues, "Are we not allowed to play around? Only certain people can do that. Why can't we mess around?" Clearly mocking and gaslighting him. The main bully crouches in front of Soo-hyun, who is on the ground with his glasses knocked off. He smirks and says, "We want to get closer with you two," in a mocking, insincere tone. The 2 other boys grin menacingly and repeat his words, "We want to get closer with you too," further mocking Soo-hyun as they gang up on him. Soo-hyun sits on the floor, covering his face in silence as someone calls his name, Soo-hyun. The main bully extends his hand towards Soo-hyun and demands, "Answer me," while Soo-hyun remains curled up on the floor, visibly shaken, with his glasses on the ground. Baek Chiron steps in, confronting the bully and asking, "What are you doing, Choi Chang-dong?" as his hand presses against her chest. She looks serious, and she firmly tells him, "That's enough. He probably understands now." Choi Chang-dong looks up, surprised, and replies, "Huh?" Baek Chiron looks at Choi Chang-dong and firmly tells him, "Delete the video as well." Choi Chang-dong immediately obeys, saluting and saying, "Of course, ma'am." He then casually adds, "Chang-dong will be off to smoke some cigs," and walks away. The bullies walk away, with Choi Chang-dong saying, "Let's go, boys." They mockingly claim they weren't recording and tell Chiron, "We aren't that crazy to record you." One of them adds, "Soo-hyun, we'll see you later," while Chiron watches silently. Chiron looks at Soo-hyun with concern and softly says, "Hey." Soo-hyun lies curled up on the floor, his glasses beside him. Someone tells him coldly, "Just go home early, dumbass, instead of getting your ass beat all day." A view of the school building under a sunset sky, indicating time has passed and the day is ending. Soo-hyun sits on his bed, hugging his knees, head down, completely silent. His posture shows emotional collapse and isolation. Tears stream down his face as he breaks down crying. He whispers to himself, "I fucked up." A system prompt shows the failed mission. Kiss with Baek Chiron 0-1, with rewards listed and a deadline of the last bell. Soo-hyun's inner thoughts mock the quest, saying, "Before the end of school, my ass. All I did was get beat up and came home early." Soo-hyun sits in regret, hand on his face, thinking, "Stupid of me to even try. I wouldn't have got my ass hooped if I had given up." Soo-hyun's broken glasses lie on the bed as his thoughts race. He reflects on how he screwed up, worries about school, and wonders what to tell his mom about his glasses, knowing he's already used the excuse of falling down the stairs. He accepts that he failed the quest and will lose the height boost, saying, "I'll go back to being 168 centimeters tall," yet his final thought ends on a lingering note, still suggesting he's not entirely defeated. Soo-hyun lies in bed, Looking up and saying, "It's blurry," he reflects quietly. At least I gotta be 171 centimeters tall for a bit, showing he's come to terms with his failure. Suddenly, a system message appears. You have completed the quest. His eye widens in shock as he reacts with a surprised, A hand reaches for the strawberry milk left earlier, with the character saying, "I forgot to finish this." Baek Chiron drinks the milk and reflects on Soo-hyun's earlier question, asking if I've kissed or not. She then admits, "Yeah, I haven't." "So what?" As Baek Chiron drinks from the strawberry milk carton, she suddenly realizes something and exclaims, "Wait, shit." Her internal realization hits. Kim Soo-hyun had his lips on it. A glowing light surrounds Soo-hyun in his room as a system message appears. You received a reward. He looks shocked and confused. Another message appears in front of him. You receive a gold card. You receive a silver card. Soo-hyun, still stunned, questions, "How did I complete it?" Soo-hyun shouts with determination, "I don't care what it is." He yells, "Reveal card." The system responds, revealing the gold card, revealing the silver card. He follows up with confidence, "Since I've got these cards now." Soo-hyun looks at the first gold card projection, which reads, Expendable card, grow 3 centimeters. You grow 3 centimeters in height. He reacts excitedly, realizing it will make him taller. Soo-hyun stares in awe at the glowing gold and silver cards in front of him, exclaiming, "This is incredible." But his excitement quickly turns to shock as he realizes something, shouting, "This can't be." She firmly tells him, "That's enough. He probably understands now." Choi Chang-dong looks up, surprised, and replies, "Huh." Soo-hyun stares at the glowing gold and silver cards in front of him, wide-eyed and amazed, saying, "This is incredible." A close-up of his eyes filled with awe as he thinks, "It's amazing." The gold card is revealed. Expendable card. I can see this. It grants 20/20 vision, but will disappear after use. The system prompts, "Will you use this?" Soo-hyun looks surprised and amazed, thinking, "It's vision this time?" Soo-hyun says, "I know," as he decides to use the vision card. The system confirms, "I can see this is being used." He looks at his hands in awe, realizing his vision has instantly cleared. His expression shows amazement at the card's effect. A close-up of Soo-hyun's eyes as he focuses, indicating he's testing his new vision. His view suddenly blurs, showing his hands out of focus, suggesting the effect of the vision card is already wearing off. Soo-hyun's vision clears again as he looks at his hands glowing with the effect of the card, confirming the temporary boost is active. His broken glasses lie on the bed while he starts laughing uncontrollably, shown through repeated HA and ha-ha-ha bubbles, expressing disbelief or emotional release. Soo-hyun throws his fists up in excitement and shouts, "Quests are awesome. They're incredible," fully hyped after experiencing the card effects. The system notifies him there are remaining cards, causing Soo-hyun to pause and look toward it, surprised. Soo-hyun excitedly remembers he still has the silver card. He wonders what the ability might be, assuming it won't be as good as the gold one, then confidently says, "Reveal card." The system responds, revealing the silver card. Soo-hyun looks shocked and says, "Huh, what the?" He stares at the glowing silver card projected in front of him and says, "This is a silver card? Isn't this really good?" Visibly surprised by its quality. The boy runs out yelling in excitement about his eyes, overwhelmed by the effects of the card. In the next panel, a girl casually tells him to shut up and eat, showing no concern for his outburst. The protagonist asks, "Where's Mom?" while sitting at the table with food. His sister replies that their mom is going to be late because she got a night shift. He assumes she made the food and thanks her playfully. She sarcastically denies making the food, saying their mom did, while insulting him. She tells him his breath stinks and mocks him by saying, "That's the smell of your philtrum," twice. She finishes by calling him annoying with an irritated expression. The sister notices marks on the boy's face and asks if he got punched. He casually lies, saying he was just messing around with his friends. She calls out his lie, saying he clearly got beat up. The boy tries to act cool and asks if she's ever seen her oppa get beaten, but she tells him to drop the oppa act since he's just a year older. While eating together, the girl asks what happened to his glasses. He casually replies that his eyesight improved. She tells him not to talk to her at school. Confused, he asks why. The girl looks confused and asks what he means by why. A flashback shows the boy punching a bully as he explains that it's obviously because he's embarrassed. 3 boys confront the protagonist at school, with the biggest one surprised he showed up. Flashback to past bullying. The protagonist recalls being assaulted and crying, questioning how he can even face school again. The bullies mock the protagonist, making demeaning comments about his appearance. The main bully suddenly grabs and attacks the protagonist, escalating the situation into violence. The protagonist is warned not to eat because he'll throw up, showing the harsh bullying environment he's in. Another student mockingly tells him to deal with it. A classmate nervously apologizes, and someone questions why he's sorry, implying he should mind his own business if he doesn't want to get hurt. One student reminds the other of their unspoken rule: never interfere when one of them is getting beaten up. Despite the rule, the seated student admits today felt excessive. The conversation shifts as the standing student regrets asking someone about kissing. The mood lightens with a bit of humor when one asks about kissing and gets shut down with a blunt response. The boy lies down to sleep, silently crying. He feels pathetic and questions the meaning of his life. The 2 students are casually eating lunch while chatting. The intimidating student holding a lit cigarette commands someone to do it, implying he's ordering or pressuring someone. The boy nervously apologizes, saying he lost control yesterday. He's trying to avoid further conflict. With an unsettling smile, the other guy points out it's strange. He's the one hitting, implying dominance and intimidation. Ask ChatGPT. A hand flicks a lit cigarette away. The bully orders Soo-hyun to pick up the cigarette, asserting dominance while Soo-hyun remains seated, looking hesitant. The camera focuses on a burnout cigarette on the ground as someone questions why it still needs to be picked up. The bully sternly stares at Soo-hyun and orders him again to do it. Soo-hyun is lying on the ground in a defeated posture, showing submission and exhaustion. He hesitantly reaches out to pick up the discarded cigarette, but as he hears someone calling out to him, Kim Dayan appears, confronting the boy kneeling on the ground, and asks what he's doing, clearly surprised and concerned. The boy, startled and panicked, recognizes her and wonders what he should do now. Dayan asks Soo-hyun what he's doing. Soo-hyun panics internally, trying to come up with an excuse. Soo-hyun lies, nervously claiming Dayan is his little sister, surprising the bully who didn't know he had one. Dayan confronts the situation and claims responsibility for the cigarette, saying she was smoking and Soo-hyun was just trying to pick it up to prevent trouble. She asks Soo-hyun to back her up. He nervously agrees, and she questions him with a serious expression. Kim Dayan, standing with shopping bags, warns them not to get the wrong idea. Soo-hyun reluctantly agrees with the bully, who smugly remarks they were lucky and that Soo-hyun should be thankful. The bully mocks Soo-hyun, implying his sister must be popular. Soo-hyun denies it. As Dayan bends down to pick up bags, the bully stares and makes a suggestive remark, saying they should hang out more. The bully confronts Soo-hyun in the restroom, expressing disappointment for not knowing about his sister, implying they were supposed to share everything. Soo-hyun tries to justify not talking to the girl by saying they aren't close, and she told him to avoid her at school. The bully ignores that and demands to be introduced to her. The bully grabs Soo-hyun's leg and demands an introduction to his sister. Nervously, Soo-hyun tries to downplay her, saying she's the worst and terrible at studying, hoping to turn the bully off. The bully insists they're good friends and again pressures Soo-hyun to introduce his sister. Soo-hyun hesitates, questioning why. The bully grins and hints at revealing his reason if Soo-hyun agrees. The bully reveals his twisted reason for wanting to meet Soo-hyun's sister, saying she looks tasty with a disturbing grin. Soo-hyun is visibly stunned and disturbed, unable to process the sickening intent behind those words. Soo-hyun is stunned after hearing an inappropriate remark about his sister. A voice suddenly yells out the name Choi Chang-dong, catching everyone's attention. A classmate, caught mid-toilet, steps out in frustration after overhearing the inappropriate remark. He demands if the comment wasn't going too far. Before he can finish, Choi Chang-dong punches him hard in the face, shutting him down violently. Soo-hyun looks down in frustration as the bully continues to lash out. Suddenly, the other student, still with his pants down, gets violently kicked. The bully mocks him, calling him Yakuza, and tells him to stop scaring others with his face. He continues to beat him, saying that if he's a student, he should look like one. Choi Chang-dong keeps beating the boy in glasses, yelling that his serious expression doesn't suit an 18-year-old. He's even frustrated enough to say he feels guilty for hitting him. Suddenly, someone calls out to him from behind. Soo-hyun finally speaks up, calling the bully a piece of shit. The bully turns around, surprised and angry. Another student confirms what he just heard, and Soo-hyun stands by his words without hesitation. Soo-hyun, having finally reached his breaking point, insults the thug, calling him a piece of shit. The thug, furious, storms towards Soo-hyun with clenched fists. The moment escalates as he throws a punch in a fit of rage. Soo-hyun unleashes a powerful punch, knocking the larger guy back with intense force. His face shows focused anger, clearly done holding back. Soo-hyun stares in surprise at the silver card in his hand, unsure of its purpose. He questions what he's even supposed to do with it, confused about why he received it in the first place. Soo-hyun looks down at the silver card in confusion, unsure of its purpose. He realizes he might be able to use it after all, as a new thought begins to form in his mind. The protagonist receives an attack card labeled Boxing Jab, granting him the ability to perform a jab. He uses that skill and lands a clean punch on the bully. Internally, he resolves not to continue living his life the same way. Soo-hyun lands a powerful jab on his senior, sending him flying. His inner monologue reveals a turning point. He's done living in fear and wants to change. System message appears, indicating a quest is being created, and he resolves that he's going to fight back. A system notification appears with a quest. Defeat Choi Chang-dong to receive 1 silver and 1 bronze card. The protagonist repeats Choi Chang-dong's disturbing comment about his sister, clearly angered and ready to respond. Soo-hyun thinks to himself, "I'll show you." He clenches his fists with determination and says he'll show what tasty really is. The system message appears, starting the quest.